there you go. Now you know how to vote for your MVPs, and we are back just ready to get underway here. Virtus.pro versus Flying Pandas in a best of 2. And VP leaning into their safety zone, illusion-based heroes, whereas on the side of Flying Pandas, a little bit more meta. Definitely quite aggressive on the lanes with the Mirana, the Legion, even the Jakiro. They definitely want to run out of these lanes and run out of control, right, Liz?
Yeah. You want to run out of the lanes and run out of control, but on the other side, there is a lot of control against you, and I don't think they will allow Flying Pandas to just do that so easily. Let's see. Rubik and the Magnus with that Empower, if they go in that direction, can just mess with Void and his farm quite a lot. Just spam that Fade Bolt, spam him with everything and take creeps away. On the other hand, we have Dazzle with PL. We'll see just how good this duo is going to be.
Definitely a way of keeping up the poison as well with the Spirit Lance spam out, right? So there's potential there. It's just awkward against the Legion Commander lane because you just press the attack, get rid of the poison, Dazzle's aggression is offset straight away.
Unless he goes for the Shadow Wave, and then you just spam her. Basically why this combo is good, PL plus Dazzle, is because you create illusions, you go on a hero, and then you Shadow Wave the illusions. So.
And if you're a Legion, you're already in the creep wave because the correct way to play this against the melee heroes, you run at them all the time. It's kind of one of the big things that's made Legion seem so strong is in theory, when you think about the passive, you can easily CS and deny at the same time. Surprised we haven't actually seen it ran in the mid lane so far. Apparently there's a few SEA players that do it, but that's about it. Looks like they should be able to get their hands on these runes. Nope. PL picks it up.
3 bounty runes going the way of Virtus.pro, and Eternal Envy does manage to snatch one away. Solo is going to take some hits, but shouldn't be threatened way too hard here by Moon Meander. And yeah, we have our lanes starting.
We've seen this lane plenty. Mirana and Legion Commander, usually what happens, you try 1 or 2 arrows. If it doesn't work, you just do the typical Mirana thing. You go to the jungle between the bot lane and the mid lane and eventually rotate, right? And you have a good setup, actually, with the Tiny. Avalanche tosses into arrows.
Good work. If someone rotates in.
And you got Mirana. Definitely like to happen. Mirana's kind of the new Shaker in that regard, but better, because she can farm in the
same
meantime.
Mirana that just missed an arrow on the bottom lane, but still can do
Warming
a
up.
lot. Warming up, yeah. Just
start with the
calibrating the aim controls.
Because, you know, clearly snaking is secretly a bot. Maybe. Maybe you'll play some Clockwork for us today. I feel like we don't see any clock anymore.
Wait, did you just call him a bot? That's like the worst insult that you can do to a player. You're calling him a bot.
I mean, not if you're open AI.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Open AI bots, man. They scare me. Are we going to be controlled by something like Skynet? And did it all start with Tesla and his open AI bots, I wonder?
All I know so far is Leshrack's getting controlled a bit on the mid lane. Classic Tiny experience so far.
Yeah, it's just a Tiny. You take that tree, you punch the creeps, you punch the heroes.
You lose your range creeps every time. Prowl smiles. No one doesn't. Classic. Actually, this is a cheeky attempt. He's going to toss him under the tower. That'll be a lot of damage done to no one. He is speedy, so he should be able to get away, but you'll have to use that salve straight out.
Yeah, he just forced him to use that salve instantly, which no one will do because there is no threat of that salve being broken by any spells. Tiny has no mana to work with any longer. So even though sometimes it feels like a good idea to mess with someone's HP a lot, like are you gaining enough out from it? Because if you don't have mana, you can't even threaten him. You can't toss him away, and then you can't approach the creep wave because of that. Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like, he hasn't got his bottle just yet because of 1 or 2 of those CS, and now he has to use the Invis Ring before he can refill up. I wonder if he's going to go for the Bassi. I've been seeing this a bit more regularly on Tinies in the mid. It just makes sense. Like, if there's any hero that benefits from that regen.
Got the bottle.
Yeah, but like I've seen it on both, by bottle and plus Bassi. Definitely a hero that benefits from it a lot.
We'll see. He can get it. He does need some armor to work with. It's not bad.
Let's have a look in the top lane, because it's been mostly quiet up here so far. Rezo's just trying to, you know, supplement his farm, double up as best he can, and it's just typical Jakiro fun time. You can't really stop this. You can't really kill him, but you can make sure it hurts him as he does.
Yeah, Jakiro, you're a dragon, so you want to hurt this little Magnus. Like, he's he's not a dragon, you're a dragon, hit him, AUY.
It's a rhino versus a dragon. I mean, this is pretty simple wildlife. Yeah,
He's been trying, definitely, with double breath and everything. Moon Meander, they're trying to get him.
Oh, they might get him. One more hit if it comes out. Nope. Too speedy. Dazzle was waiting for that shadow wave. He wanted to keep the illusion on it. They'll get away and pop south mid.
Has rotated mid, but the scan was there by no one, so he should kind of understand what's going on.
It's kind of obvious when Brawl is ignoring the creep wave as well.
Yeah.
And instead snaking taxes the lane.
That arrow basically secures the range creep, at least. Sometimes it's not even that bad to hit the range creep with the arrow. Just secures the experience and prevents him from killing it, denying it. You see...
Oh!
They
What?
get him.
He came back out. Snaking away it around. First blood gets drawn.
Well played by Snaking.
We were looking bot because we were expecting something to happen here.
Yeah, Moon Meander, you can see the combo of PL plus Dazzle already hurting him a lot, as he pretty much has no region left remaining. Snaking, losing a lot of HP.
Yes,
he forced TP. He had to TP because of the way Poison Touch works right now. Every time you hit the hero, Poison Touch gets refreshed, and Dazzle was a bit faster than Mirana there, and yeah, good by Snaking to realize that, TP away before he was just sent back to the fountain by Dazzle.
Yeah, and he was out of lead charges. He'd been using them to get around the runes, so... It's kind of one of the big awkward factors is it's a bit like the mini Ember Spirit and Earth Spirit experience, right? Is the leaps. You have to think about what you could do with them in that moment and what you actually want them for in the next 2-3 minutes because of the recharge time. As you tend to level out the Starstorm and even the Arrow sometimes before you get the leap maxed.
Top lane.
A little bit of pressure around the bounties.
AUY picks one, and Moon Meander for Dire picks the other, while Rezo picks... What? Only
it's 3 to 1, yeah.
3 to 1. That's a small win for Flying Penguins. Flying Pepegas, Flying Pandas.
Someone will take. Envy is just trying to aggress save out of lane. He does need to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, he tries to man up, tries to trade some hits, and it's good, but at the same time, if those bashes don't proc, you're in a bit of a pickle.
Moon's actually, despite what his HP looks like every time he come down here, he's looking pretty good. 26 CS, 27 like that.
27, he's on top pretty much, sharing that top space with Leshrac and PL.
Although this is the one concern, is when you do this max out overwhelming odds build, there's this pressure to always be doing something to your opponent, right? It's not like when you max out your passive, it's like, all right, I have a fallback plan of just farming.
At one point you can farm anyway. You have Calling Blade Bracer, you can go to the jungle, you can shrine up and just continue doing your thing, but most likely Moon will continue pressuring that lane, as he's had a good time there. It's not like they are able to zone him out completely. So we have a 3-man rotation to this mid lane.
We do,
Ruben
as they
on
move
one
through
side,
the trees.
yeah, Jakiro and Mirana on the other. There's a Karti too, so they want to keep this creep wave alive as long as possible, but that won't.
Nice read by Solo and Save there. They're like, okay, yeah, the cart's coming in. There's going to likely be a rotation. Because admittedly, when you look at it, Pandas, their supports are stronger for that rotational mid right now, right? Whereas Virtus.pros are a lot more defensive.
Definitely more defensive.
Meanwhile, top. Rezo's in trouble. He's got the skewer. He needs to use it right now, though. Ice Path skewers him under tower as Envy got in front of that. Brawl tosses across the reinforcements. As they do get the kill with the rotation. And meanwhile, Leshrac, and no one was just in the jungle getting ready to stack.
Yeah. We are his supports to stack for him, though.
They're off trying to save people already dead. No pulse.
I would flame someone right now.
It's probably not good for the team dynamics, Liz. The stacks.
The stacks. That's a feels good man for Brawl. If he manages to take them down before save steals.
Come on, save. Move in. Fade ball right now. They're looking at Envy instead. He has the chrono. This is dangerous. Because Brawl is still here. He's like, do we go kill now or do we keep farming? Snake King's gone. We go kill. Avalanche. They'll catch on the save. They'll hold on the arrow. And instead, he just surrenders his life as they move in and get the kill.
Got him.
And Solo should escape through the north. Envy is chasing, though. It should be an easy cleanup for him. He just needs to make sure he's got some RNG because Solo's not even trying to TP.
Has to be careful if Solo uses poison on him.
He could TP, but he wants to actually try and fight.
Yeah, that was a bit greedy by Solo.
And he should be going down for this.
Can he kill? It would be funny if he could manage to kill Envy, but
no, that's a bit of a stretch.
I mean, yeah, that's why it would be funny. But
it is Envy. Anything could happen.
Exactly.
Be nice to see no one getting a push on this tower. The problem is he's going for this split build, but we're seeing more because of the Lightning Storm for the CS, right? So you don't have that maxed out quick Diabolic Edict to just burst the tower down. Which benefits Tiny, who really wants to gank. He doesn't want to sit in the mid lane all the time. Even more so when you can supplement it with a hero like Mirana. We'll never know why you can insta-kill catapults with an arrow, but that's just the way it is.
Why not? It's a big-ass arrow. It's not really small. That arrow
They should rename it
crushes.
Javelin, right?
It's pretty much Javelin, yeah. It's a big-ass arrow, so it should be able to kill Karties. I like it.
She must work out a lot to be able to launch that. Especially as far as she throws it.
But I'm not certain it's her. Never mind.
Owie.
Owie?
I'm not sure he's going to make it out of here alive.
Owie.
Put down a nice path. Make sure Envy lives.
That's your position 5 life. Make sure your position 1 lives no matter what. This situation he pays with his life, but Braille and Moon, they're pressuring the tier 1 on the bottom lane instead. Meanwhile, PL has rotated away from the bot into the mid and top. This is your classic rotation by a core carry. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Leave your tier 1 on that bottom lane and go into either your top lane or around the shrine and farm there. That's much more efficient, much safer.
It looks like they're making the better trades. They do have the Leshrac after all. Tiny is still looking for a rotation. Like, he's here, he's pulling through, but he wants someone to show up. Like, you look at both these heroes. Neither of these heroes are designed for hitting towers. Both of them want to hit heroes.
Definitely, but if you're taking objectives, that's good. And if you click on Moon Meander, I believe he will be going for, a Blade Mail, it seems.
I was wondering if he'd go for the pipe this game.
I was wondering too. Like, pipe is decent, it's good. Utility is good for them, but instead he opts to go for this Blade Mail type of a build.
I think the other issue you run into is like a lot of Legions have been clocking that you reach this kind of ups point where you're still going for a pipe, but it's not optimal anymore, right? Because it can take you a little bit longer to get it as that type of hero.
Yeah, alright, we'll see. We'll see how Blade Mail works out for him. Can definitely do something versus the Lash, I guess, versus his damage. But overall, Blade Mail isn't really the perfect item right now at all, in my opinion. I don't like it.
I think he's just trying for that maximum snowball. I'd rather see maybe like a drums first. Just it gives you that stat bump up and allows you to go for the early pushes. Toss back. Rezo's been caught. He's got the skewer, and Brawl doesn't want to go with him. So it looks like he'll make it out in one piece. And no one is just making sure Envy's life isn't any easier. Just trying to assert a lead that he's already built over him. So things will calm down. You just look at right now. The biggest thing you kind of see around this point is supports trying to weave their place in a lane where they can actually just
solo.
get XP. Speaking of sports, there's one making a rotation, looking for more XP, and he's just the XP to be eaten up by the side of PandaS.
Yeah, they want more though. They see Lash,
they're moving in.
They see no one.
Envy has to be careful. Envy, no, this is how you die. He has to get out. The chrono, the arrow follow-up should have been able to get the kill, but Envy can't get the final hit because he turned his ultimate on. Oh dear.
Yeah, no one falls. Envy, good play by him overall. I was concerned a little bit because it's Envy after all. But
it keeps you on the edge of your seat.
He always keeps you on the edge of your seat, but he moves away. He knows that he would die to the Edict and Pulse Nova if he remained in the Chrono. He moves back and he leaves his teammates to deal with the big Disco Pony.
Things will calm down again because, of course, that Disco Pony is the one applying the pressure right now. He's the one that's be able to take towers, and no one... He's eyeing up mid now.
And it's on Virtus.pro now to fight. No one is eyeing mid because he understands there's no Chrono now. How does Flying Panda even deal with this? How can they defend? Arrow?
Maybe if they could hit the arrow, but it doesn't work out. They have to back up. Maybe they'll have to surrender this. Brawl is waiting. TPing actually across the shrine. Looks like they need mana. Stun does actually connect on the moon, but they can't get close enough. They just want the tower and they want back, but
they can't get it, it seems.
Solo? He's in trouble. Shallow Grove will come out. Macropie does go down, trying to get rid of the creep wave to ensure they don't lose tower. Toss! Nope. Just too early, and as a result, Void in the meantime does go down as he gets caught out by PL. That was a solo kill, no Diffu.
How do you manage to kill a Void as a Phantom Lancer?
He TP's too late, apparently.
Wait.
Now in the mid, Avalanche moving in. He holds the RP, but no, the duel's going to come out. He'll set up for 2 kills. The RP's going to be there afterwards, but Rezo skewers them back. He'll still die. They don't get the duel win, but they do claim 2 core heads of VP.
Rezo a little bit greedy there. I think he could have perhaps skewered away. Instead, skewers in, tries to kill them. Also doesn't have enough mana to do anything. So I think he was dead either way, but yeah. The big thing that we have to talk about is PL killing the Void. all alone.
Not a kill you usually see, Liz.
Definitely not a kill that you usually see, especially because Epileptic Kid had no defusal. Once you get that defusal, you can expect Void to fall here and there. It can happen. But without the defusal, that kill is not... I don't know what happened.
I assume they were fighting over the big creep or something, and he overstayed his welcome and TP.
I assume Envy was just being Envy.
This is a fair assessment. And let's see if Envy can be Envy on the other end of the scale. Something godly. He has the chrono to work with. He's moving in right now. No one is defending this top tier 1. More or less alone, as Save has backed up pretty far.
5th E, 5th E. Does he take a creep and kill PL, or does he just die to the PL without the defusal?
Does he get stomped by the creep and then TP too late and die? That's probably what happened. I'll give him a little bit, you know, I'll be like, okay, I understand what probably happened. It's probably a creep AoE because it's a PL, right?
Yeah, probably what happened.
There you go, Envy. I got you covered, buddy. Looks like Moon, he's actually going back for the pipe after picking up the blade mail here.
Yeah, you usually just go for full utility if you're playing Legion Commander. That's what you want to do. That's how you want to play this hero.
There's select heroes you can justify the play, but like if it's a PA, for example, you're like, okay, the idea of her creating herself just wins a duel instantly. And to some extent, it works here. It's not as effective as it usually would be. Bryle has to use the haste rune. A little bit of anarchy being caused, but they can't reach him to control him up.
Yeah, that defusal has been completed by the PL, and right now he has reached one small power spike that you probably don't want to fight into if you're flying PandaS. You can, but it's definitely not optimal. Still, though, PL isn't nearly as tanky as he's supposed to be. Well, right now he is, but...
Envy?
See?
Oh, the ultimate isn't on this time, and the arrow is whiffed. They're trying to keep him alive. No one. Yules buys a little bit of time. They're hanging around. They want the duel opportunity. He can't get the stun out before the duel. Ice Path stolen. Save. Turn around. The RP. Getting to keep him alive.
They
bring down 2 cores. They're dead.
Both of the cores of Flying PandaS destroyed, punished for their insolence, as that duel was not enough. And obviously, if you're AUI 2000, you need to be very careful how you use that level for Ice Pad, because you are playing versus Rubik, and he will steal that Ice Pad, and he will use it on your duel. And if that's like the worst thing that can happen for an LC.
I mean, perfect from Save, living up to literally his name there. Saves the life.
Saving lives.
What more do you want?
There you go.
This is the kind of Rubik display you get nowadays. You know, I feel like this is becoming the new kind of focus around fours. We talk about Mirana a lot, but the Rubik sneaking back in. He's never felt stronger, really, Liz. And it's never felt, I don't want to say easy to play, but it's very hard to be in a game where you can't do anything.
It's just the way you build him as well. Now on the bottom lane, snaking.
Kills. Ice Path is there again. I'm never giving up this spell now.
It's just the way you build Rubik 2. You go for Aetherlance into like a 2 bracers build. And you can just do a whole lot with that. The passive Arcane Supremacy just allows you to like stun people forever if you steal good spells, and it's just a good hero at the moment. But I believe the biggest thing about Rubik is obviously Fate Bolt in the laning stage, just preventing the enemy carry from farming or trading hits. Really good.
Now they're on the prowl again. Moon tries to move away. He missed times at those Spirit Lance. Did actually slow him down. The Diffuse will burn all his mana. They're trying to hide him now. Moonlight Shadow did say that'll be enough. There's no detection nearby.
Yeah, at least they forced the Moonlight Shadow. And that PL that's just picked up the Diffusal also has a hood now to work with, which means that he is a little bit tankier to take down from this point onwards.
They need the Chrono to kill him, really.
Yeah, and Envy is building towards his normal item build. He has Midas going towards that Maelstrom, you know. Like, he's in a decent spot. They don't really have a lot of buffs for him, besides, obviously, the press the attack by Legion.
Not bad.
Definitely not bad, but it's not your Ogre, you know, or something similar. In any case, we might see him fight now.
He has the RP, so they can't hard commit to this.
They can if the Chrono is used, right?
They have the Blink on Tiny as well. They need to find Save. They know he's back there with the Ice Path still. But he won't reveal himself. The pings are coming out. They're moving forward. But do you find the high ground? History tells you it's a bad idea. So just calm down. Let your PL shove out the lane. There's no pressure on your tier 1 tower, and that's your only concern. That's the reason you came here. Nice D-ward in the meantime by Solo.
Well played by Solo indeed. Plan that sentry so that it covers that high ground position there too, behind the hard camp, because it's very Like it's a place that's warded all the time right
Yeah,
now.
usually it's like here, sometimes here.
But
yeah,
now it's
here.
that one. Yeah, the last one is where we see the wards very often. When it comes to the lane domination, we see this mirroring movement. The Dire is in the Radiant jungle, the Radiant is in the Dire jungle, pressuring the tier 2s. It's just something standard, something that we see very often. Oh, AUI actually not dewarding that is also peculiar
been
because
obvious,
Dazzle
yeah.
had no high ground vision while he was hitting it. There was no one around. Maybe he thought that the ward is on the other side of the Radiant jungle.
Maybe it's too risky, right? Like he's last one out there. He doesn't have a Quelling Blade, so it's not an insta-D ward.
Yeah, and we will see a smoke up.
There's no way to play around it. Like if you know they have vision there, they might think they're safe.
That's always the difficulty. But if you don't see anyone on the map, you shouldn't feel safe. And that's why Virtus.pro is falling back. You see Rezo, you see Epileptic Kid. They're moving back. He's sending the illusion, obviously, to scout out, but they shouldn't fall for that.
Well, they might, because the Moonlight Shadow. They won't.
They won't, they won't. They didn't lose the smoke.
Oh, PL, jump in now.
Oh, no.
Chrono's going to be
Good
there.
one.
Connects onto 2 as well. They got the damage though. PL is so tanky even against the Macropart. Arrow through, I'm not sure if it's long enough. Now the toss across. They need to get rid of Magnus because he's got the RP. Going to turn around on them right now. Drags them in. Damage is huge.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! No one just destroys them. 4 dead already. Make
Where
it
did
5.
you go,
Cook
Flying
some
Pandas?
dragon, baby. VP is styling.
Dude, I knew pandas were endangered, but these flying pandas are extinct right now. As Virtus.pro, the bears, they just mauled them, ate them up. All because of Save and his place. He just won them the match right there. He steals the Ice Pet. First lifts the Void, so he prevents him from hitting the PL. Then he steals the Ice Pet, uses it on Legion and Void. Here comes Rezo with the RP, followed up with the PL that's just hitting you with that Empower. So much AoE damage coming from Lash as well. And you're just dead. Dead, punished for your insolence and your attempt to dive under that, well, tier 2. On the Radiant side of the map. Good plays by Flying Pandas, good plays if you're a Virtus.pro fan, but not really a good play for everyone that loves Envy and anime.
No, definitely not. I mean, you know, pandas, they don't know how to protect themselves. They don't even know how to reproduce, but apparently they are very good at dying, is what we're learning quickly. Well, it's 10-9 on the score. Each time, that's twice now in a row, where pandas have been completely and utterly repelled, and it shows in the net worth, because there's been so much time spent back farming, really. Look at it, 6k net worth lead. We are only 20 minutes in, and it's a PL. Like, you expect this to an extent because of the Magnus lineup, but you also
Magnus
expect it to get punished.
Magnus is what makes that possible. That's pretty much it. Rezo following PL around and empowering him.
But yet he's died twice, but it's barely felt like it's even mad, right? Like, usually...
A lot of stacks as well. You see
Exactly.
Rezo made that, so definitely Epileptic Kid has been enabled by his teammates. E-Kid, I'm calling him E-Kid from now on.
E-Kid,
Yeah.
he is an E-Kid of the E-world. And he is on his way towards an abyss. I love this.
He's on his way to be
Lord of the Abyssal here.
an e-sport E-Kid.
Okay. I was going to go with sending them to the abyss, as it's almost complete. Actually, just 1,000 gold out. And I like PLs built like this. I always feel like when you put yourself in this tanky PL, you have to have follow-up damage. They do with the Shrek, but they are so far ahead, he feels so confident that he can do this type of build. And even kill Bryle.
I think something like a Heart as well would be just good enough for him.
Maybe Skadi.
Skadi or Heart, I think that would be maybe an even better option than this instant Abyssal. They have a lot of control. As long as he survives the chrono, I think they're fine. Let's say they chrono him next time, but there's no Ice Pad to follow up. He's dependent on the plays from his Rubik at the moment. If he gets something like a Heart or Skadi, he doesn't require that assistance instantly from the Rubik, so...
Which means you can focus on saving the Shrek and keeping your secondary damage.
It makes your game a little bit more easier. Then again, if you buy Abyssal, you can be a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, it's
hard
kind of
to
argument
tell.
when you're ahead. If you go for the heart, you're kind of playing to survive, whereas when you go for the Abyssal, you're already ahead, you're playing to win, if that makes sense, right? It's like...
Yeah,
you can burst people
I don't like
quickly.
it that much. Honestly, I would much rather go for the survivability, but
Oh, Bryle needs some more survivability. Stun's going to be there. He dies to the DD.
when you're ahead, like you just said, you can just finish them off, right? You don't have to be...
It's like instead of stemming your advantage because, oh, I never want to die, you should be like, okay, how do I double down on this? Like, how hard would it be for them to kill me if I go for this over a heart?
And considering he has a Dazzle and a Rubik, it's obviously easy for him to survive even through the Chrono. He goes for the Basher into Abyssal, and he goes for an Aegis next, it seems.
Yep, they'll secure the Roche. No chance of interruption here. You don't want to go into that pit. Moon is letting them know, but they just don't have the numbers. In fact, Moon should be able to get away. He did get the speed boost out from the O1 nods. Mirana is pretty deep though. Snaking's going to be found safe. Snipes him out. A for Lens gives him the range, and not the first hit bash. Oh, you hate to see it. Snaking will go down.
You love to get hit by that, don't you? First hit bash. You know when an Ursa was popular and he buys that Blink Basher, he uses what's it called?
It's always
power.
Yeah,
he
it's just
jumps on
hit.
you. The first hit bashes you, and you're like, all right.
And then he bashes you at the end again.
I guess I'm gonna die.
Do you ever do that? You're in your pub games like, this hero is not optimal for Basher, but if I just hit them once and it bashes, there's something so rewarding about it. You know you're flipping the RNG.
There's something very rewarding about finding a dragon.
Oh, especially if you can steal again. Oh no, Owie. The lift just lasts way too long. Save got what he won, and now they can go wherever the hell they choose.
Yeah, stealing that Ice Path is even more crucial than killing the Jakiro. For real, like getting that Ice Path away from him is going to allow you to play these fights a little bit differently. The duel does not matter, as you can see that Legion has queued up a BKB, but it will... Let's just say that I don't think that he will be able to get it in this game. Maybe in the next one. If
with enough pre-planning, anything is possible.
Nah, it's possible. I'm kidding. Like
it's just like how much effect the BKB is going to have.
He's 1300. I mean, it will allow him
okay
to survive through all the damage after he duels, but it's definitely not the greatest pickup. But it is a pickup that he needs.
It's like he's sitting here right now. It's like, what other utility could I build, right? Because it feels like right now as Legion, you typically build the pipe, and then you are looking at maybe a BKB. It's one of the few heroes that having... PC turned off, by the way.
CPU turned off?
Yeah, I mean PC. I always say CPU.
But what? You actually say
like
CPU?
No, I don't, but a lot of the players do. Like, they knocked out the cable at the back or something.
So the monitor is still on, but the CPU is off?
Yeah, so basically what they've done is they've knocked out the
So
cable,
only
the back
the central
of the PC.
processor unit is off?
Yeah,
right.
the GPU is still working. They can still see graphics, of course.
Okay.
Look, they're not technical experts, all right? They are technical Dota experts. They know the heroes inside out.
But we're not, too. All right.
But no, the thing to highlight here is I think Legion right now is one of the few heroes that feels okay to have a pipe and a BKB on, right? Like a lot of heroes that feels like you're doubling down on and using up all your slots, but Legion, you do kind of just relegate yourself to the Abaddon thought process, right? Like, I will save my carry later.
Everyone is pretty much just cosplaying Abaddon right now on the offlane. And when he's banned and you're playing offlane, you're just cosplaying into that hero and trying to be him. You can never be, but you can try and copy him. And the next best copy is definitely Legion with press the attack.
That's true. And more or less every offlane. Like, I think at the moment, if you're an offlaner, you're either looking at either...
You tilt your save.
Yes. And, well, there are rare exceptions. Like, Sand King looks at Veil, for example, right? He's just trying to maximize kill potential. I feel like Veil might be the next kind of item to highlight for offlanes. It's just most of the popular offlanes right now don't get anything out of it.
I mean, it's been popular for a while.
Yeah, but offlaners that build it haven't been widespread, right? It's mainly been Sand King.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Makes you wonder what would happen if Leshrac started playing the offlane more, for example.
It's difficult. You just need a capable support of sustaining you on that lane if you're Lesh. It's possible, definitely, but you need some brawler on your side always.
Yeah, it's the one that kind of gotcha when you see they've picked like a slow carry. It's like, you can never actually catch me because I move at the speed of light.
At the speed of light?
There's a lot of lights around him when he does it as well. He didn't go for the move speed.
Deine Name... can I just read German here? I have German Dota. Deine Name verärgert mich.
Your name also offends me.
Ein umwerfender Tod.
Okay, now you know how to say dazzling death.
It's
better when you do a dazzle voice with it, though.
So is Dazzle Verfender? Is that how they call him on German? Man,
maybe.
All my spells are on German as well.
Stop, Liz. Just focus on what you know. You know English,
kegelförmige
you know Russian.
Die mehrere Gegner treffen kann. Verursacht Schaden über die Zeit und verlangsamt das Bewegungstempo. I don't know.
And we're back from the ESL German ads.
I don't know what the hell I just said, but that was Poison Touch, and what Poison Touch does the best is it gives you a lot of Bewegungstempo.
Do you know what these guys do the best? They play Dota, because we're back. Pause has ended, and we're ready to see some more towers crumble in the face of no one. And they're going to let him. Nemo on the bot lane. Just a cheeky move in. Snaking did actually get the rune, actually, so he'll be able to move away.
Snaking actually has those greaves as well, so he is able to help his teammates out quite a lot when it comes to sustain. But it's not the sustain that they have to worry about. It is, but I believe the damage dealing capabilities of there are not really there yet. They have to be able to burst down these targets in the chronosphere, but...
Top. Speaking of Chronos, there's an opportunity here. No one is the one there. No! Evie! Oh, what was that? He's going to go down. He gets what he deserves.
Am I supposed to analyze that?
Is he being coached by Loda? Did they get picked up by Alliance? Because that was something special, Liz.
Can I tell you what no one said on German? He said Zweibeinige Abschaulichkeit. It's way too difficult to read.
No, this game is way too difficult to understand. You know, MV, sometimes he gets the 1,000 IQ play, sometimes he loses a few zeros along the way. And Brau, he might get another number onto his score, as it'll be his third death here. No escape from that.
Yeah, well, he's dying there to the Lash and Rubik. BL is taking your base. He has taken down the tower, going for the melee Raxes, and now it's on Flying Pandas to decide, do they want to continue playing or do they want to get RP'd?
They're going to drag him in. Abyss will follow up as well. Legion Commander has no life, he has no game. In fact, he'll only be unstunned when he spawns again in 50 seconds. Does have buyback, but they know this lane is gone.
They go back into the Raxes. They will take the melee Raxes, possibly the range one.
You could just force Throne to force buyback right now, right?
No, it's 30 seconds away. I think you can go for the next side.
Okay, yeah, they could go to tier 2. That's what I was wondering. It's like, you want to check if Legion has buyback. Ice Path, no, off the mark, skew it back. MV, no, he just got back up. Oh no, I mean, I know you get knocked down, you get back up again, but this is not the way you want it. This is a GG, they know it's over. VP take game 1. You know, it looked like there were signs of life early on, but very quickly, this just escalated beyond even our wildest imagination, courtesy of MV Chrono.
It's all that one smoke. It's not just courtesy of MV Chrono. That one Chrono was good when he caught Magnus MPL. It looked all right, but